Everybody know this tool right here?
You're talking about me?
Yeah. The one to my left?
The electric tool.
Folks, I wish I'd have been that quick. This is it, man. This is your lifeline. This is how you get everything out. You either do it like this behind it, and if you do it behind it, then this is it. This is all you're going to get, but you got to get a lot of life into what you're talking about. Remember, this is visual. People are looking at you. If you raise an eyebrow, it means something. You stand like this, it means something. Before, some of the best comics I've ever known get in front of a mirror and make all of their faces. They look like they're crazy. I knew one that was very NyQuil that would growl. He would just... He would do it a half hour before the show, but he would get through all of his faces so that they came out, because people are looking at your face, they're looking at your body language, they're definitely listening to your voice. That's how you sell the joke. Now, somebody asked about callbacks. That is a type of joke you want to find a way to... I'm always looking for callbacks. And a great trick to a great closing joke. Jerry Seinfeld's a master at doing that. Comparisons. It's a form of joke. You compare your life to your father's or whatever. Comparisons. This to that. A to B. Compare it. Similes. Life is like sex. You don't miss it till you don't have it. Something's always like something else. You know, Judy Tenuta used to say, he wasn't fat, he was like a squid in stretch pants. It's just a funny image. Observations. Of course you're going to make observations. Doesn't mean you have to be an observational comic. People say that like it's bad or something. It's not. If it gets a laugh, it's good as far as I'm concerned. Mimicking is very important too. I see a lot of comics making this mistake, especially new ones. List making is a very funny joke. The audience will go with the fact that you took the time to memorize something. I have a joke in my act. I guarantee it gets good laughs, and many times by the time I get to the end of it, they're applauding. And it's simply, I talk about how women listen. I'm doing my comparison, men and women. How women listen. Women listen to what you say, what you didn't say, what it looked like you're going to say, what you started to say, what you intended to say, what you really said, right down to what you should have said. Then it's where did you say it, and how did you say it, and why did you say it. And I guarantee you, in the context of that joke, all I'm doing is listening.
Our woman listens to what you say, what you didn't say, what it looked like you're going to say, what you started to say, what you intended to say, what you really said, right down to you fucking said it. Then it's where did you say it, and how did you say it, and why did you say it, and men walk around going, what the hell did I say?
All I'm doing is listening. I'm not really punching it out there. I'm listing lots of different things. The audience likes to see that you've done your homework. And that brings me to somebody I just read on somebody's thing. They wanted to know how to flush out a premise. Here's one thing I like to do. If you have a premise, give me something. Give me something you might write about. Gas price. Okay. All right, gas. And you want to go gas prices? Okay. Well, we'll just do that. Okay. Here's what I do. Now, we haven't come up with a joke yet, but you will. Trust your comedy mind. This is how your brain works. Your brain through this. And you know what happens too? You train your mind to do that on stage. Then that's where you start to look like a genius. You go up and you have a blank page on stage, somebody says a word. I can guarantee you, once you're skilled at doing this, that's what happens to your mind on stage. Your mind will put that on a page and quickly start thinking of words associated with it. You'll come up with jokes off the top of your head if you know this formula, if you know this. And always use this. Keep the papers. Keep writing, because you're going to come up with all kinds of jokes. Lots. So this is it. This is golden. This is worth the price of admission, kids, right there. Also, here's some things you can write about. And again, I never want to hear you say you can't write about something. And this is, again, knowing yourself. And you should do these things just personally. This should be in your diary. What do you hate? What makes you angry? What confuses you? Put those things down. Write about those things. People want to hear that. Your pain is funny to other people. It's not the guy that drops the banana peel. It's the guy that slips on it that gets the laugh. That's you. Life's one big banana peel and you just slip all over it, man. Audiences want to hear that, but then they also want to hear childhood memories, dreams, nightmares. I've written a lot of stuff. I opened that whole thing with Leno. Now when he talks about a nightmare, that's me, man. I wrote that whole thing for him. Now he can walk out anytime and say, oh, I just had a nightmare. And you can't do Leno without doing Leno. Everybody at NBC, when you start talking about Jay, pretty soon you're doing this, and because his voice can get so high only dogs can hear it after a while. If you were magic, what would you do? Let's say you had magic. What gift would you give to yourself if you were magic? There's something funny there. What you want most in life? What do you like to avoid? We all like to avoid shit. There's funny shit there. I mean, and our lives become like Seinfeld was a lot about avoiding stuff. He always picked out little things. And I do that right now. My wife and I go to a certain grocery store, and we got this friendly grocer guy. And he's always wants to talk to us. And all we want to do is shop. So we find ourselves, it turns into Seinfeld when we go in. He's like, he's over in the bread aisle. Let's go to milk. We spend the whole time trying to avoid the son of a gun. But there's humor there. Because you can make a big mistake. You can get an opportunity. And I did that a couple times in my career. I didn't work hard enough on my TV set. And it showed. Even though I did all right, got the laughs, got through it, got off, but sat at home while watching that tube going, man, I hate that. I hate that. I could have worked harder. I could have done even better. Do the work, man. Do the work. I tell you these things not because I never did them. I did. I made all the mistakes. I'm trying to cut some out here. That's the beauty of these classes and seminars. Can really cut out a lot of mistakes for you because it'll only waste your time. And if you listen to me and a lot of these things that I tell you, you're going to save a lot of time. You're going to start advancing quickly. This little seminar is better than 100 open mic nights. They want to know about, how to, let's see now. You got stand up down. You got an act. Now what, right? Now what, okay?